Okay, so I'm going to be taking my candle holders outside to spray them with the black spray paint. But before I do that, I'm going to glue, and I'm using the E6000. I'm just going to glue the two together before I go out and spray it. Okay, and I'm also going to go ahead and glue the one end of the double candle holder with the E6000 glue, since this will be sprayed all in black. So I'm just going to flip that over and then center it. And this will be the highest tier of the three pieces. So I'll just go ahead and clean up any glue that might have spilled out. And then once that's dry, I'll take it outside and spray this piece completely, and then the single candle holder as well. Okay, so I have taken my glass candle holder pieces outside, and I am now going to spray them with the Rust-Oleum metallic paint and primer in one, and again this is in dark steel. Okay, so now with this next step, I'm going to show you how I transferred the skinny font onto the bowl. And I've already done two of them here, so you can see this first one says cotton balls. The second one says wipes. And now the third one, I'm going to write Q-tips. So what I did was I cut out just a little area around my skinny font, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it around to the back, and I'm going to take a sharpened pencil and I'm just going to go over the back of the paper with the pencil. And by doing this, it will transfer the letters onto my ceramic bowl. Okay, so once I've done that, I'm just going to take some tape, rip a piece, and then just tape it onto the bowl. Now I usually like to leave a little bit of paper around the letters just because it is rounded, like the bowl is rounded, so when you go to place it down on the bowl, it's going to not sit flat. So by leaving some extra area around the word, then it just gives you more room to play. But you just want to get it down enough where it's not going to move too much. And, you know, you do the best that you can. It's not going to be absolutely perfect, but it does turn out good enough. I just don't want any ripples where the actual letter is. If there are ripples in the paper, that's no problem. But the letters, I want them to be fairly flat on the bowl. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is very carefully, I'm just going to take my pencil and then just go over the letters. I'll probably do that a few times just to make sure that it's on there good. Once I have finished tracing the letters, then I will take the piece of paper off and you will see that there is, it may even just be a very faint copy of the word, but it's good enough that you can take your Sharpie and then go over that. So it works out pretty good. So here I go. Okay, and as you can see, there is a very faint outline of the letters. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm just going to shake that up. And then very carefully, you just trace over the pencil letters with your Sharpie oil-based marker or paint pen. Okay, so my bowls have now come out of the oven. I placed them in a cool oven and then put my oven to 250 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. So now we are going to move on to the coasters and the glass vase, and what I'm going to do is wrap the jute twine so that it covers the edge of the coaster. Now I've already done 2 of them and that is what it will look like. And with the glass vase, I just took my ruler and I did it about 3 centimeters from the bottom. Should you make this, you could do it higher or lower, whatever you prefer, but I just wanted to do the bottom of it, of the glass vase. So I just took my marker and I just marked all the way around the vase so I get a fairly straight, even line all the way around. And then I just wrapped my jute twine with hot glue, and I also did the very bottom of the vase because I just think it gives it a really nice look. I just think it looks more farmhouse this way. So I have 1 coaster left to wrap and 1 glass vase. Once I have wrapped those, we will move on to the next step. Okay, so now that I have wrapped the coasters and the bottom of the vase, I'm now going to glue the ceramic bowl onto the coaster. Now you are going to glue it to the flat side, not the indented side, like the side where the glass actually goes in the coaster. So all I did was I took my E6000 glue and just applied that all the way around. Now I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue just so that it will give it a quick bond. And I just take my bowl and place it right over top. Now you can quickly just move it in place because the hot glue again will adhere the bowl and the coaster pretty quickly. So once you have it in place, just let that dry. Now what I also want to show you is there are two ways that you can leave this. If you look at this bowl here, I don't know that you could see it very well in the camera. Yeah, here. I did nothing to it. You can see the bottom of the bowl that is sitting on top of the coaster. And if you like that, you could leave it just as it is. But what I think I'm going to do, and I already did one, and I kind of like it better, was I actually filled in that gap so that you do not see the inside of the coaster, the little plastic, and I just like how that looks better. But I wanted to show you the two different ways. You could have it filled in or just left as it is. But you see what I mean here? You can kind of see I have my finger underneath. You can see the plastic. I didn't really want to see that, so I covered, or I filled it in. Overnight, and the next thing I'm going to glue together are the vase to the candlestick holders. Now one of the vases will just be like this. It is just going to sit on top of the countertop, but the other two I'm going to glue onto the candlesticks, and I will do that now. Okay everyone, so here is my Rae Dunn inspired toiletry storage holders, and I absolutely love how these have turned out. Not only do these holders display the items that I use on a daily basis so beautifully and in the farmhouse style that I absolutely love, but it also allows me to decorate in the bathroom without using any extra counter space, and I love that. I also went ahead and made 3 other bowls, and I will insert a picture. And I labeled them coffee, tea, and cocoa because I also want to be able to use this in other areas of my home. Should I decide to change it up in the bathroom, you know, the storage situation changes, then I can also use this in my kitchen. I have a little corner nook that I think these will look absolutely perfect in. And I do buy the Starbucks single serving coffee packets as well as the hot cocoa packets, and I love my green tea. So those will look absolutely great in here. And again, I could use the bowls above for decorative purposes, or I could fill them with sprinkles and candy canes and marshmallows, spoons and cookies, and I think that it will look absolutely adorable in my little corner nook. But if I decide to keep it in my bathroom, then those bowls will look great displayed on my shelves, or I could place them in the center of my table and add these bowls with lights, or I could again use them for cookies or nuts and candy. So they will still look great and function great on their own. I really enjoyed this DIY. I enjoyed making it, and I so hope that you enjoyed watching this DIY. You know, I hope you try it out for yourself. It looks absolutely stunning in person, and I can't wait to display this in my bathroom, where I most likely will be using it, but then I have the extra option of using it in my kitchen, and I again love that with any DIY when you can use it in more than one way. So if you did like this DIY, and I really hope you did, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And as always, guys, take care, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.